Ranka goes up, and the ball belongs to the team in white. Asvel, who are attacking the basket to the left. Johannes probing. Ranka drives in and puts it up a little bit too hard. Teo Oblak throws it down on the baseline, goes back outside. Elhotova lurking down the right of your screen. And Brianna Jones takes it and doesn't make it. And then a scrap for the basketball. Rejan. Both teams tied up. Here's Brianna Jones. You think this is a shot, you know, for them to have a chance to win the game, she's got to make that shot, and she knows it. But the jump ball possession arrow goes in favor of Prague. 3-point shot. Elhotova for three. There you go. And they're off and running. Prague. One of the great shooters of European basketball, really, for the past decade. Johannes again. Drifts in. Goes off the right foot. Ranka gets it. Now the three-point shot, and they have tied the contest. So Tangare, the veteran guard, drills it. Now Asvel, look to run. Plouffe hands it off to Tangare, over to Johannes. Stops, goes inside, puts it up. And, well, the words green light come to mind when Johannes has the ball, but she will eventually have that big impact. Clark called for the block. Perhaps fortunate for Rejan to get some free throws out of that. Looked like it was pretty decent defense. Rejan bends the knees, and the ball rims out. And the second is good. Now Asvel bringing it forward. Johannes again. Her pass should have been intercepted by Elhotova. But she did control it, goes out of bounds. Clark gets on the baseline. She's nudged by Elhotova. So sensing that's a matchup that she'll be able to take advantage of. Elhotova just like, you're going to come in here and you're going to feel it. But Prague can't afford for Elhotova to get into foul trouble. Tangare looks around, back to Johannes, back to Tangare for three. Good! Wow, how about Tangare? Coming out firing. Elhotova on the baseline. Asvel like to put the pressure on Plouffe. Now running quickly, Prague. And the ball knocked out of Oblak's hands. She gets it back. Elhotova for three! Wow! The stakes are high this game, and you know it. Well, Clark is just quality. Her first 2 points of the game. Rejan answers. The nice flow to the game here at the start. I'm sure Asvel more than happy to trade baskets, but ultimately, can you keep pace with a team like this, with so much firepower? Foul called on Prague for a hold. Vorashkova picks up the foul. I mean, you look at the quality that's going to come from the bench for Asvel. They're not suffering in that department. Depth so crucial for the Euroleague women. Clark from behind the arc, and a foul on Brianna Jones. But that was down on Plouffe, so the ball is going to be inbounded. And again, you know, foul trouble, you simply cannot, if you're Prague, not have Brianna Jones out there for maximum minutes for as many as she can give you. Johannes probing, goes up. Now misses badly. Oblak responds and pulls it back out, hands it off. White shirts for the rebound. Johannes, then she loses it. Oblak. Back to Jones, and then they share the basketball well, but perhaps one pass too many. Intended for Oblak, it goes out of bounds. And the Spaniard, Conde, is going to come into the game. So Vorashka goes out. Going baseline, gives up the ease. It went to Renka Kakunwe. Her first basket of the game, and now Asvel lead at 10-9. Prague not waiting around, firing it up. I mean, what a luxury, though, for Prague to be able to bring Candice Dupree off the bench. We're talking about a USA international. And another basket for Asvel. There's so much quality waiting to come into the contest for Asvel, though. I mean, their depth is strikes me as being a lot better. Denied. Clark, her pass, well, falls kindly to Plouffe. And the Canadian puts it up and in. So here again, Conde trying to make some progress, and Plouffe putting the pressure on. So Candice Dupree, the veteran, has joined this team only recently because Alicia Thomas, who had been the star of Prague the last couple of years, tore her Achilles just under 2 weeks ago, and they had to make a signing. So we're hopeful that Alicia's going to be okay. You know, she's going to have a good recovery. But in the meantime, Dupree, if you're going to bring somebody in, why not bring in a seasoned USA international and Euroleague women veteran? In there is Brianna Jones going to work down low. I mean, indispensable comes to mind when you talk about Brianna Jones. And sure enough, she completes the three-point play. Taya Oblak chases back on defense now against Tanguray. Over to Johannes. Gets it out to Plouffe, who Charges, yeah, just kind of lowered her shoulder a little bit, passed up the opportunity for the jump shot, and Conde, who has played for Spain's national team, and figures to be a big part of them moving forward, steps in and takes the charge. I'm sure Lucas Mondelo tuning in and enjoying the play of Conde. Dupree. Dupree sets the pick. Note. Oblak goes the other way and out leads to a break, the turnover. Plouffe, the high dribble. Pulls it back. Serving Dakic also in the game, number 11, the Serbia international, and she launches a three! How about that? And that's what I'm talking about. Depth and quality of depth. You're talking about seasoned international players coming off the bench. Conde dribbles. Oh, nice. Sweet move. Doesn't have the finish. She had a good look. Now, Conde from the corner. Rims out. Offensive rebound, Oblak. Now, Candace Dupree. And she missed. Well, they had several bites at the cherry and had no success. Now, serving Dakic. Puts it up, and she has a chance for a three-point play. Serving Dakic. She's just tough. Absolutely. So timeout on the floor. Let's go down to the bench and try to listen in.
Si elle défend sur toi, il faut la jouer en pick and roll. D'accord? Alors là, elle va sortir à chaque faute. Ah oui. Ce qu'on peut faire, c'est pas grave. Avec l'automa, s'il change, on va pouvoir jouer le jeu direct.
Hey, you guys need to this side. Somebody has to be here. We have a low post play. Yeah, I know.
Mais sur 3, on peut, même si c'est le poste 4 qui est là, on peut donner là pour jouer inside.
Well, Tanqueray showing some firepower there from the perimeter on the wing, and then she is just off the top of the key and also hits another three. And really, she plays with a lot of spunk, doesn't she? She comes out ready to attack, and then Clark getting involved. Serving Dakic, boy, it's so weird not seeing her any longer in the uniform of Chopin, who she played for several years before being lured to Lyon. But to be honest, I mean, Lyon, a lovely part of the world, and she completes a three-point play, and it really speaks volumes about that club to be able to attract a player like Servin Dakic. And she's more than happy being one of the first players off the bench, it appears, because she's come out and made an immediate impact, helped them build an 8-point lead. She has a certain toughness to her game. Dupree, guarded by Servin Dakic, passes it back outside, and the shot was short. I mean, Servin Dakic has been a pro for so long, but she's just 24 years of age. So, you know, you could say she's not even in her prime. The best is yet to come. Teo Oblak comes out of the game. Vyorlova, the Czech international, checks into the contest. Tough moments here for Prague. Ilhotova, baseline, it's good. She is just an out-and-out scorer. Oh, Servin Dakic, she has started like a house on fire tonight. Look at that, 8 points already. Conde gets to the right. Final seconds ticking down. And Fautou, Marine Fautou, picks up the foul. She's played for France's national team, so again, that just shows you the quality. She's young, and she is going to be around for a long time. Brown-Jones goes out here at the late in the first quarter. Dupree hands it off to Elhotova. No-look pass. Dupree now on the baseline. Shot clock winding down. She gets in the paint. And then the follow, or the offensive rebound rather, and another miss. And really Prague are getting looks. They're just not knocking them down. Servandakic, meanwhile, has it, pulls up on the break, and just skims the net. Now Elhotova avoids Servandakic. Conde, I mean, if I'm Asvel, I just think, you know what? I'm not gonna let Elhotova get any touches. And look at that. They have got somebody else powering her way up down low. So Rejan gets it back to a 6-point deficit. Fotu. Siak and the France national team center scores easily down low. Conde gets it to Dupree. Now, 3-point shot from Vurlova. And there's enough time, plenty of time for Asvel, who are going to hold it for one shot. Johannes pulls it out. And interesting, Elhotova, I mean, I don't understand that foul at all. First of all, you don't want to get into foul trouble. Second of all, if you foul, you're putting the other team on the line. As a veteran, she needs to know that's not the play that she wants to make. And thirdly, you put Johannes on the line, and you give her a chance to see the ball go through the hoop. Although, fortunately for Prague, she misses. Wow, Johannes starting cold offensively. And they get an attempt at the end, and Elhotova, had she made that, I would have said, yeah, that was a great foul. But in the end, they dodge a bullet with the 2 Johannes misses at the line. And at the end of one is Asvel Lyon leading at 24-16 over USK Praha. Well, I don't think you're going to outscore Prague. Excuse me, I don't think comes in. Elhotova goes out. Sarah Chevignon comes in, and Johannes is sitting down here at the start of the second quarter. Fotu dribbles around, passes it outside. Servandakic. Well, you got to like that if you're Prague. Better get perhaps a little overconfident. Candace Dupree catches it, and there's no way she's missing that shot. Excellent work getting ahead on the break, Candace Dupree. And good look up the floor as well. Servandakic gets it before it goes out of bounds. Marine Fotu sizes up her options. And another turnover. Good hands. Pass down low to Dupree, and the foul has been called. So that was Vorachkova, in fact, who forced the turnover. So she was credited with the steal. Clark comes back in. Basketball inbounded to Dupree. Conde, full of vim and vigor, puts it up and in! Vamos! Here she comes, and now Prague trailing by just 4 points. Three-point shot. Good. Très bien. Look at that. Asbel, what an answer. Quality. No substitute for quality. Rezan misses. Dupree with the offensive rebound, puts it up, no good. And Fotu brings it the other way, and she is fouled. An unsportsmanlike foul has been called for not playing the ball on Vyorlova. Marine Fotu makes the first. And she makes the second. So the young point guard. Oh, nice spin and nice turn for Siak. She is going to go to the line. And the second is good as well. So it's up to an 11-point lead. Siak. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Vyorlova hands it off to Conde, a little bit long. There's been some good Spanish players that have been at Prague before. Laya Palau comes to mind, who still plays, in fact. And, oh boy, the drive was there, just the finish was not. Nice pass. Asfel spurning the opportunity. Dupree reaches in and is whistled for the foul. Well, Prague will take anything they can get right now. They are just trying to stay within striking distance of this Lyon team, this Asfel team that is just, you feel like the talent, the quality, the depth is just far too much. Taya Oblak comes back into the game. You know, talking about Laya Palau that used to play for Prague. She now plays with Spar Girona. Amazing. They've had some great players. Sonia Petrovic have come through Prague in recent years. Great hands by Siak, knocking it into the hands of her teammate. And then quickly on the response. Good hustle, but Dupree gets the rebound. Outlet pass. But terrific hustle by Fotu. And Dupree comes up with it again. Marie Fotu, the daughter of Frédéric Fotu, the former France national team guard. In fact, was a teammate of Asfel president, Asfel Supremo Tony Parker at Eurobasket 2005. Fotu, France national team player, one of the quality players in France right at the start of what is certainly going to be a great career. Oblak to Brianna Jones. And Conde not able to pick it up. Clark dribbles head up, looks over to Johannes, who has checked back into the game. Tangeray dribbles. Now the pass down low to Siak. And Siak makes it, and now the biggest lead of the game for Asvel, 14 points. Siak has 7. Jones, the pass to Dupree, who gets it back outside to Conde for 3! Five points for Conde. Lots of promise. Tangeray. Shot clock winding down. She's hit a couple of threes, but now she gets inside, goes off 1 foot. And Brianna Jones boxing out. It gets to Johannes, and she tries to score with an alley-oop. Oh, wonderful take and wonderful pass, and Conde finishes it off and gets it back to a single-digit deficit, 9 points. Asvel leading it. They decide to call timeout with 4:56 remaining in the first half.
Here we go.
Now you're 4. Allez, 3, 2, 1, on récupère.
See the turnover numbers.
On est à plus. On est à plus 9. On est à plus 9. Il reste 5 minutes. Donc on a le temps. Si on a un beau ballon.
See the 2-point shoot, or the shots from inside the arc and then from 3-point range.
Mais je pense que sur la passe prête, on peut jouer beaucoup plus large. Il faut qu'on s'élargisse plus pour qu'on trouve les pénétrations, les passes ou les liens. Okay? En attaque, on va jouer pour Jojo si elle est marquée par Dokic. Si elle n'est pas marquée par Dokic, on joue 3 pour Ali. Ok? D'accord? Donc on peut faire spécial ou tout ça. Allez, let's go.
Prague with another opportunity, and they've got a chance for a 3-point play coming out of the timeout. Conde has got that little bit of panache to her game. I mean, really, if you're to compare her even to anybody in the Lyon team, you'd say she is Prague's version of Johannes. She has the ability to make some special plays. Bends the knees and does indeed complete the 3-point play and gets it back to a 34-28 deficit for Prague. And they will know that this this Asvel team, you know, they did not lay the wood necessarily to VBW Arca Gdynia, only winning that game 79-76. So they'll be believing in their chances tonight. And already the fact that Asvel led by 14 points in this game and have had that whittled down to 6. But here's Clark, I mean, who was absolutely terrific against Gdynia in the 79-76 win the other night. Her first game back that she had played since early December, and she was terrific in that game. With 11 points, 6 rebounds, and here she is at the line and missing the first free throw. Prague is definitely the type of team that if you have a chance to really stamp the life out of them early, you're well advised to do so, because it doesn't matter who plays for this team. They've got a lot of pride, and they're going to keep coming at you. And right now it's Conde who sees her attempt, rim out. Tengere looks up ahead. Great hustle back by Brianna Jones to knock it away into the hands of Conde, who passes it up. Now, great defense by Siak, the France International center. Stealing the basketball, handing it back to Clark. And Clark has her attempt, to catch the ball, prevented by, again, the great defense by Brianna Jones. It's not necessarily something that's going to stand out in the stat sheet, is it? But Brianna Jones, the last couple of times down the court, has hustled back, got her hands up, and prevented Asvel from having a good look at the basket. Siak misses, but there for the putback is Siak. Follows up her own miss. She just wanted to get the rebound, didn't she? Nice spin, Taya Oblak. Three-point shot. And rattles out for El Hotava. Tengere comes in and misses. Not sure that's the shot they're looking for. Excuse me, that was Jokic who missed on that last trip down the floor, not El Hotava. Conde into the corner, and Jokic makes it right on cue. Now she's got a nice little follow, doesn't she? Ivana Dočić. Nice stroke, gets it back to a 6-point game. 8-3 run in the last 2 minutes and 14 seconds for Prague. Well, this is the Euroleague women, folks. I mean, this is a lot of people call it the best league in the world. Here is Johannes driving in. Jokic gets it to Dupree. Spins on the baseline and earns the trip to the free throw line. Renkaka Kunwe picks up the foul. Jokic doing a good job, just playing just over 4 minutes tonight, but looking the part. Dupree dusting off the cobwebs, misses both free throws. Oh, that is brutal. As Lyon try to battle back. Excuse me, as Prague try to battle back, and especially since Lyon just go down and get an easy one from Clark to stretch the lead now to 8 points. Jokic. Conde looking to go back door, comes back out, passes over to Dupree. Now to Brianna Jones. Good defense by Renkaka Kunwe. Asvel now with a chance to go back up big, and Siak has been absolutely terrific since coming in. She stretches the lead now to 10 points, 41-31. She has 11 coming off the bench. Valerie Garnier must be happy watching this. Three-point shot, no good. And the rebound by Siak hands it off to Tengere, and suddenly Prague just want to get to halftime to reorganize. Renkaka Kunwe, bounce pass down to Clark. She goes to work, and a little turnaround. Well, I'm not sure that was a good shot. Conde quickly brings it the other way, and Conde is fouled. Boy, I am utterly impressed by Conde tonight. You know, you wonder in Spain what's going to happen as they have their generational change. And, well, I think you've got your answer. You've got a lot of talent in the pipeline. She's 24 years of age, MARÍA CONDE. She had 9 points in the only other game that she's played against Fenerbahce. She was just 2 of 9, but tonight she's been on her game in a big way. She now has 11 points. "12 points for MARÍA CONDE. I'm not sure I would say I wouldn't say she's the X factor, but I would say that she is a player that has certainly kept this game within check. She's been terrific. And the ball does not go down, unfortunately, for Asvel. That was Sarah Chevignon. So again, Conde inbounds it to Oblak. Bounce pass to Dupree. She goes hard to the basket, misses, but Brianna Jones there and just does what she needs to do. The drive and good aggressive play and forces Elhotova to pick up another foul. She has 3. And Chevignon, well, Elhotova, again, needs to understand the magnitude of the situation. You're at the end of the second quarter. You've already got 2 fouls. You can't afford to pick up a third, and you do. And on top of that, you put the opposition at the free throw line. So she will stay in, however, with a chance perhaps to hit the 3-point plus. And that's exactly what Natahekova is thinking. And Elhotova needs to know better than that. She's a veteran. Oblak passes up and driving in. And what a finish for Conde. Unbelievable. Boy. Talk about an exciting player to watch. Conde has been utterly sensational. Look at this. She wanted a foul, and you can understand why. Fotu, moving her feet, playing good defense, Fotu. There was definitely contact. I'm not sure no, that's not a foul. But there's no need appealing for the foul from Conde. Great player. Wow. Here she is again. I mean, this is a big-time performance from Conde just to keep Prague within striking distance. (43-37), Asvel Lyon on top of VVZ USK Prague. So the numbers, 11 of 28. Inside the arc for Asvel, 4 of 6 from deep, 9 of 13 from long range. Okay, Oblak and Prague start with possession. And Brown Jones can't control the pass, goes out of bounds. Now Johannes. Dump down low to Servandakic. Servandakic turns. Boy, she had a great move, but didn't finish. So again, Prague riding their luck. Oblak. Weak pass, gets away with it. Dupree hands it back to Oblak. Puts up a 3. That's good. How about that? And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game. Classic EuroLeague women encounter right now, folks. And because of the coronavirus pandemic and the change in the competition system for this season, this game incredibly important. So, you know, mid to late January, Dakic earns a trip to the free throw line. Viorlova, excuse me, not Viorlova, it was Vorachkova. Dakic misses. You got the quality in this Lyon team, and you've got quality as well in this Prague team. I don't want to say they don't have any quality, but I just think there's more weapons and more depth for Asvel, but just a tremendous fight tonight and experience. And Dupree comes out, misses the mid-range jump shot, and that leads to Renkaka Kunwe having what appeared to be an open layup, and Dupree hustled down and blocked the shot. And now down low to Brianna Jones, but an offensive foul called on Jones. And that wipes away the opportunity. Look at this. That's what you get when you bring Dupree into the team. She doesn't give up on anything. Johannes from behind the arc just blocks Oblak. Three-point shot. That would have tied it. Dakic. Now Johannes. For two. Back outside to Clark. Her pass batted. Dakic gets it, and the foul has been called on Oblak. Dakic takes it back up to a 4-point lead. You feel like right now is when this Prague team has to make its move. Just one of two for Dakic. Conde hands it off. Oh, nice spin from Brianna Jones, and it's a 2-point game. Johannes steps back from behind the arc, and there she is, Marine Johannes. And the simple fact of the matter is, folks, you know it's coming, and that is a warning sign. A shot across the bows. Great work by Vorachkova to get the offensive rebound. Gets it back outside to Oblak, who's open, so she takes a three. Front and back of the rim. Now Dupree gets it back over to Conde, but Clark controls the basketball. Gets it to Johannes. For two, over to Clark from behind the arc. Living dangerously, Prague. Oh, nice pass to the cutting Dupree, but Renkaka Kunwe just stuck her hands up there and just took it away. Now Fotu from the corner. Conde responds in the open floor. Decides to pull it back and then pass it down low to Dupree. Brianna Jones, and an offensive foul called on Jones, who tried to control her movement because she did not want to be drawn into a charge. Look at this. And Johannes took the punishment, went down, and did indeed get the charge. So Jones has 4 fouls. That is brutal. Tough way to get it, especially when you're trying to avoid the charge. Rejan, meanwhile, comes back in for Jones, and Rejan has to play well now. Jones just has to fuel that disappointment, or use that disappointment to fuel her hunger to come back when she's ready to make a big impact on the game. Siak hands it off to Johannes, who turns it over cheaply. No, Siak gets it back. Shot clock down to 4. Servandakic spins, turns, puts it up. And Conde rebounds the miss. And the ball thrown out of bounds by Conde. Boy, Asvel Lyon were up by 14 points and really had a chance to strangle the life out of Prague. They did not, and Prague have battled back. They trail by 5 right now, but they have got to dig in defensively and continue to win the battles on this end of the floor. Siak has her shot blocked by Rejan. Now, Conde, a little bit of individual brilliance perhaps. Nope, she turns it over. Great defense by Servandakic. And a foul called. Yep, good call. Rejan had her hands all over Renka Kakunwe, or excuse me, Oblak did. So Renka Kakunwe goes to the line. And Renka Kakunwe makes both free throws. Oblak takes it back to a 7-point lead. Where do you go when you need points in this situation? Oblak has it. Rejan posting up. Nope, passes it back to Voraskova. Now Dupree looks for the movement. Gets it back to Voraskova. Tengare dribbles with her head up. Renka Kakunwe back to Clark. Now gets it back. Oh, hands it off to Siak. She's not missing that, folks. Elena Siak with 13 points, 5 of 8 from the floor. And back to a 9-point lead now for Asvel. Well, timeout on the floor, and Asvel Lyon leading at 51-42, and we were kind of in this situation in the first half. Asvel started to open up a lead, and then this Prague team started to battle back. I can't imagine that Conde would be out of the game for too long. She's just too important to the team. Jones would be back in as well. The only problem is she's got foul trouble, as does El Hotava, each of them with 4 fouls. There you go, right on cue. 4 fouls for El Hotava, 4 for Jones. Dokic has 2, and Voraskova has 2. This is Oblak's 3-pointer early in the second half.